Hi, my name is Joni Peddie. I am the CEO of Resilient People, Bounce Forward, and I'm the author of this baby, From Can't to Can Do, 9 human capabilities that AI can't replicate. And this is the behind the scenes of Mentor and what we can do to propel ourselves forward and help each other.
Hello, gorgeous darling. How are you?
I'm so excited, Nsiki.
Good stuff. I'm so glad to see you. I'm excited. What are we doing here today?
We are launching the Can Do book. So from Can't Do to Can Do.
Love that. And you are definitely a can-do girly. Tell people about your can-do journey.
It's a long journey, and it's been 18 years in the making, let me tell you. That's a long journey. So mental clarity has been part of that, a lot of emotional agility, and then physical nexus. If we're not strong, we don't live well, we don't love well, we don't lead well, we won't be well.
Absolutely. Why is this important to you? Because I think you've really latched onto this in a way that people who just talk about living well don't really practice in the same way.
Hundreds. Because I really do know, especially if you're running a business or a team or you're starting a business, is that you've got to have a lot of fuel up here and you've got to have a lot of va-va-vom in your bones. So I always tell my children, a lot of us say, oh, this is difficult and I can't do it, or I hope I bounce back because that went down badly, or adversity or a challenge. I'm saying, let's bounce forward. So that is my tagline, let's bounce forward. And let's think about this as an ecosystem. We're one body, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And if we eat well, move well, and sleep well, we'll have a lot of energy.
Love that. Let's bounce forward to where your book launch is happening. Cool. And while we do that, I want to know, what has been the journey of writing your book been like?
Tough. It's been tough and exciting and exhilarating. And it's not a solo journey. It's a journey where a lot of people give you input, insights, feedback where you go, oh no, I've got to start that all over again. So it's a roller coaster journey, actually. There's a lot of ups, which are hard, and then there's some plateaus, and then there's some coasting down, and this is easy peasy, when's the next book? So you've got to go with the punches, because it's not that easy.
Yeah, and you go with the punches really well.
I'm going with the punches,
One thing I'm keen to know is, what was the one thing that kept you going in the journey of writing this book and accepting all the feedback?
That's a very, very good question. So I want to consider it. What was the one thing that kept me going? Is that people are battling. I lost 2 of my family friends lost their children to suicide. So that's extreme trauma, but there's anxiety, there's uncertainty, there's people are struggling. And I thought, actually, if I can give them a practical guide to can do, that's my contribution to the world. So I really want to give back. And that kept me going.
Yeah, I love that. What I also like about your can-do attitude is you are a girl on the go. So you are setting up your station, you're talking to people, you are being an entrepreneur behind the scenes. And I think what you do really well is living life on the go. Yes. What are some of the things that keep you grounded and keep you agile in doing that?
Yeah. Each day is a segment of your life. Celebrate each day. I wake up thinking, God's graced me with another day, and that's jolly nice. And then how your day and how you end your day is really important. So I have non-negotiable rituals at the start. I meditate, I pray, I do an emotional intelligence technique, and I reflect. That's the start of every day. I do some form of exercise, and I do gratitude. So that's the start. It's the same every day. I brush my teeth every day. I do those rituals every day. And then how I end my day is very, very important as well, because you don't want to go to bed with your head all cluttered and, full of nonsense. So I do a clearing technique. I do another prayer, another gratitude, and then sleep is my superpower. So I have a ritual of going to bed between 9 or 10, and then I wake up naturally between 4 and 4:30. So those things keep you going. And if you honor the 24-hour segments in your life, those all consistently add up and you've got energy to go.
Yeah, I like thinking about it as a segment. How do you manage that while you are on vacation and when you're traveling for work? Because I think you keep your balance quite well even when you're moving out of your own space.
I do. So let's do traveling for work, because I've just been traveling for 2 weeks for work and in a different time zone. Is I prepare for that, because you can't just land there and think you're going to be fantastic. You've got to kind of gear up for different time zones. And then I'm very clear about working hard, rebooting, so I can kind of gauge that, which is really nice. So traveling, I'm very well prepared. You plan to fail? No, what? You fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's the way it works. And then on holidays, I will it's interesting because my circadian rhythm in my brain, I bought a second one just in case we need it.
Always have a brain with you on hand.
I always do. Is that I still like to go to bed early and wake up early. I mean, obviously I can party and dance the night away if there's very good music, but I still like to have a very good night's sleep. I still eat well. I might drink alcohol and have, let my hair down a bit, but I consistently look at what goes on the end of my fork so that actually I have energy. Because when I'm traveling and on holiday, I want to do fun things. I don't want to be tired and having to have an afternoon sleep every afternoon.
Yeah, you hold on to that quite well. What I like about you also is that you are my first over 50 cover for Mentor magazine.
Are you allowed to say that? I'm nearly 60 actually.
It's good either way. What I love about your journey is I think you're the longest running entrepreneur I know.
33 years.
Absolutely, which I absolutely love.
That's tenacity.
Not just tenacity, you are a girl for the job. So for people who are thinking about entrepreneurship long term, what are some of your tips or like lessons that you've learned over the years where you're like, this is actually the thing that's kept you in the game for 33 years?
So maybe I'll also reframe that to say, over 33 years, what I would have told my younger self in Siki is stick to what you want and don't try every little bell and whistle and shiny toy. So I bounced around a lot, and it really was tough then getting a value proposition and sticking in a lane. And when I reflect back, I think actually if I stuck in a lane, I would be top of the pops in that lane. But I kept on changing lanes, which I suppose has got its pros and cons to it as an entrepreneur. And then also, I think what I could have done differently is build a team around me, although I love the agility of working on my own and bringing in associates and people who can collaborate on things. But I think if you're building a team, you will go further. That's true. And what else? I think take the knocks and fail forward. Take a few risks. Know that not everything turns out. Don't wait for something to be 100% correct, because if it's 80% correct,
it's good enough to go.
And just be honest with it. So just say, look, you know what? You're the first group I'm doing this with. We're going to play with it. We're going to change it, and just be aware of kind of being playful with whatever you're offering. So you're not trying to be perfect and. Yeah, it's people can read when you're coming with the right heart factor as opposed to the right, it's got to be really perfect factor. People don't want that anymore.
For somebody listening to this going, okay, I can do that, but I've got small kids. How do they balance that out? Because you were able to do this.
Give the kids away. Give the kids away.
Yeah, grannies,
grandpas, give them away.
Single mom after
I
losing
did
your
it as a
husband.
single mom, you're right. So my kids were 7 and 9. You really have to have full stops in your work. So don't try and do both things half-heartedly. When you work hard. When you play with your kids, you play hard. And then that mobile is off. That's non-negotiable. There's certain things you're going to do with your kids, and you're absolutely not going to, try and do a bit of work while they're doing homework, or be with them. So I always say mindfully present. It's one of the chapters in the book.
Yes,
is wiggle your toes. Be where you are, so that you give them wholeheartedness. And then children also quite like, my children were 7 and 9 when I became a single mom. They also can understand. Mom is working, you playing, no entertainment for you. Get outside and make some mud pies. That's the way it's going to be done.
Absolutely. Back to basics.
Yes.
And people can get your book where?
Exclusive books. And they can go to Joni Peddie. Resilient People.
Or we can just find Joni
resilientpeople.co.za /books. That's my website, resilientpeople.co.za.
Fabulous. Now I want to wrap up with one question, which is when people get your book, what is the impact that you're hoping your book has?
That's a really lovely question. My deepest desire is that book doesn't go on your shelf. I want it, what do you call those things?
Dog ears,
thank you. People write in it, and I want it on your desk as a little practical guide. So if you're suddenly stuck mentally and you think, I don't know how to make this decision, you turn to Decision Mastery. If you have to now talk to someone and persuade them to change their mind to either leave their business, corporate business, and join you as an entrepreneur, or whatever the influence factor is, you go to narrative power. So my deepest desire is that it's not a book that you read cover to cover. It's like a recipe book. You go, what do I need today? I need a starter, a main, a dessert. And you go to that chapter and you use those techniques. You don't you don't read the book. No, you play with the book and you write in the book.
Throughout.
Yes.
Final thing, what is your mentor superpower? So that one thing in the back of Joni's pocket that helps you trump and win in any situation.
It's really to come with a positive attitude. So it doesn't matter what you do, come with a positive attitude. And then it's to have gratitude. And I'll maybe just give you a little example of this today, is the name tags. It's run by a family, I didn't know this, okay? So I order the name tags from the center of town. And every time I phone, this man called Harrison answers the phone. So he's always fantastic. And his driver was a lady today. Ada was her name. And I said to Ada, Ada, I keep on forgetting the man who answers the phone. She said, that's Harrison. I said, well, do you know him? She said, yes. I said, could you hug him for me? Because I find him like so gracious and so helpful. She said, it's my husband and he's a quadriplegic.
Okay.
I'm like, of course I had a little cry. I have a little cry now, but it's gratitude.
Yeah.
And then I phoned Harrison. I said, I just met your wife, Ada. And I said, you never told me that she's your wife doing the deliveries. He said, yes, it's me and my wife and my child. We live in the center of town and this is what we do. And it was spontaneous gratitude. So mentor, I think if you're really grateful for the small things, not the big things. It's like you're buying something from someone and they do a great job. Like really go out of your way to say thank you. Make those phone calls, send flowers, send an email, refer them on. Let's help each other. This is a collaborative job, doing anything in life.
Awesome. Thanks for your time, darling. It's been absolutely lovely to chat to you. All the best with your book launch.
Thanks, Nsiki.
Cheers.
Ciao.